In the present day, I don't drive an awful lot anymore. My personal vehicle, I have a car, and I don't drive it much. I try and do as much transport-wise on the bike as I can. But I'd like to talk about the journey of doing what I did as a teenager and now the stage that I'm at now. I used to speed, I did some things that I shouldn't. I eventually lost my license. I also handed over about 3,500 in fines, which is dumb. It's a lot of money to waste. And I used to drive more aggressively. I used to drive impatiently, like a lot of Aucklanders do, unfortunately. And I never really thought that I did until many years later, until now. I can see other people doing it, and I could see myself doing it back in the day. It took losing my license to realise that I was one of those people. And hey, maybe it was inspired by Fast and the Furious and films like that, for sure. I would have been influenced, also other friends. It's not an excuse. But having been the victim of getting hit by cars as a cyclist, it's made me think about it a whole lot more. And now I don't drive aggressively, I don't drive impatiently. I give people space, I let people in. I'm not saying I'm perfect, I'm just saying that I've changed and I think it's for the better. Maybe other people can too. It doesn't need to be this rush. Rushing is stupid, especially in traffic. That's not really going to help the whole traffic situation. There's no benefit other than to yourself getting there maybe a couple of minutes early, maybe, if you're lucky. And it could result in someone being hit, like me, as a cyclist or pedestrian, I don't know. It's not worth it. It's a shame if you are the victim, because there's no excuse for it. Like, unless you're dying and going to the hospital, or you're carrying someone who's dying going to the hospital, then no other reason qualifies in my books, really. It's pretty selfish thinking about it, driving how I once did, and maybe you can see yourself doing that as well. Because if you do make a mistake and you do hit someone, or you do some serious damage, then you can't undo it. And yeah, that's... Oh, I'd hate to be in that position for the sake of, I don't know, joy, rushing somewhere. Please just relax. Please just look at yourself from the outside perspective and think, well, should I always be doing this? A lot has to change for the roads to be a safer place for everyone. But maybe stories being told like this will change one person's mind. Maybe a few, I don't know. Hope for the best. That way, less people are going to get hurt, less people are going to make a fool of themselves, really. Moral of the story is, don't just look at what you're doing as if that's the only thing that matters. Try and consider that someone else may be just trying to get somewhere, and may be the victim of your poor actions or poor decisions. It'd be nice if we could think a little bit more widely about what our driving could do, or has done, or might do.